So Oscar and I are going to sit down and have a chat about our why for One Fine Van and our reason behind wanting to get a van and travel, what's motivating us to make these decisions, what we're hoping to get out of it, our kind of dreams around it all, and making our dreams a reality, I guess. In the meantime, I'm going to deal with this and this and my child. Kids are asleep.
Kids are asleep.
So we thought we'd jump on and do our why.
Our why?
Because we've been trying to do it for 2 weeks. So the first big one is escape the 9 to 5.
Yes, escaping 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
The 9 to 5 work and say hi to Dave. I'm a operations manager of a waste facility. I'm an environmental scientist in background, and been doing that since about 2012, and some pretty full-on kind of hours, constantly on call and things like that, taking me home, taking me away from family and things like that.
Take a lot of work home with you.
Yeah, lots of staff management, lots of things like that. Kind of wearing a little bit thin with that one, especially with just all the extra stuff at home that we've got going on with the 2 young kids, Addie and Fergus.
So we feel a bit thin, a bit worn down. I'm not enjoying my work at the moment.
Yeah, so
we're both looking at retraining potentially.
Well, I start my retraining. I definitely am. Going to be an accountant.
And then the mental health side of things too, that kind of, I guess, goes with the 9 to 5 is, I'm feeling really isolated at home and not really enjoying not having you around so much. Yeah,
and that's, I think, what the work-life balance of being in the role that I'm in is not quite there for us.
Yeah. Number 2, the kids. Kind of already touched on that. But wanting to be with the kids more, see them grow up, be a part of their life a bit more than we are at the moment.
Yeah, so we had an awesome morning this morning.
Oh, so good. I can't wait till every morning's like that.
So I had an RDO yesterday, long weekend, so good. And
go to the beach at 7.
Yeah, we
were coffee.
By probably 9:30, 10 o'clock, we'd done beach, coffee, and park. And Adeline had even shoved a packet of chippies from Mickey D's down a gullet. But it's
being a part of the kids' life more,
definitely,
especially for you. I mean, I'm at home with them all the time, but having you a part of that and being able to be with our kids full time, would be amazing.
Yeah, absolutely amazing.
To homeschool them for a little while potentially, if we can stay on the road longer than a year.
And it's just the nice age that they're at now. You'll never get back. This age, you miss out on all the funny stuff where they're starting to get their personalities and being crazy.
How many times we've been told that, like, you never get this.
Yeah.
And you never get any age twice, obviously. But you never get this
specific
time with them like you will.
Everybody's,
they go to school later and they've got stuff, but at this age, you'll never get that full-time time with them.
Yeah, you hear that from so many people, and so many people don't act on it. Well, guess what? We are. We want to.
Yeah. So important for us.
It's super important for us.
It's a big one.
Get to teach our kids some life skills, get to know who they are, and just spend quality time.
Yeah. Number 3, relocate.
Relocate. Yeah. So we've bounced around a fair bit over the last couple of years. We've had a stint in Adelaide.
Yeah.
We've had a stint in Wollongong, and we've been bouncing. So Newcastle, Adelaide, Adelaide back to Newcastle, Newcastle to Wollongong, Wollongong back to Newcastle, and now we're here now.
We loved Wollongong's lifestyle. We loved being so close to the beach, and you had a heaps better work hours in Wollongong, so you're able to come to the beach in the afternoon and hang out. We're at the beach nearly every day. We just got a lot more family time together as our little family unit, because we didn't have any extended family or friends that lived down there really to start off with. Obviously we met people, but it was just us, and it was so nice, and we loved the lifestyle that we had. Work brought us back to Newcastle, but we weren't a massive fan of the climate in Wollongong necessarily, so I don't think we would have ended up there long term, even if work didn't bring us back to Newey.
The wind
but
down
we
there.
want that again.
Yeah, and there's
that lifestyle.
Tongue-tied. The wind in Wollongong was full on. Such a beautiful place in the world though. Just being able to float around out the back in the surf, have a surf and look up at beautiful green escarpment right in front of you.
So green. Forgot about that. Yeah, it's so green.
It's pretty cool. Lovely place, lovely people, very similar kind of demographic as Newcastle.
So we're looking for a place to call our forever home.
Yeah.
So we want a bigger block, maybe some land, land.
Yep. So we'd probably want more than 5+ acres.
Yeah, around that.
Nothing too ridiculous.
We want to build a shed house so we can reduce our mortgage. We want maybe
a big shed.
A big shed for a house. We want maybe to do
a big shed.
Oh, you want your big shed?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, for the caravan. We want to be able to do maybe a bush kindy or an Airbnb or both, and kind of get some work from you doing accountancy a little bit. And reduce our mortgage, increase our lifestyle, be able to take trips away when we want to, but have a base in our shed house.
Yeah.
So we've got some big dreams around after our caravan trip as well.
Yeah. Super keen, really trying to make
Got to be coastal.
Yeah, got to be coastal. We're really using this trip, this lap of Australia to kind of find out where we want to be. We've got some preconceived ideas where we want to be. But East Coast. North.
No lower than Newcastle for sure.
Yeah.
Probably no higher than
probably Noosa. Otherwise, we're just starting to get into
croc territory.
Well, not croc territory. Yeah, it's more the jellyfish territory that's the issue.
Number 4 is while we can. And what we mean by this is that we've had some close family, friends, work colleagues that have had some pretty big health scares.
Yeah.
One of our, a girl I know had a back injury, and she pretty much can't work. She won't be able to lift up her kids and things like that. Hearing stories about people who are 35, which is not that far off from where we are, who have cancer, people, our friends' parents and things like that have these massive health scares that impact their daily living so much.
There's even the mental health side of things.
Totally. We want to be happy, but also the fact that anything can happen. So we don't want to wait for one day. People always say, one day I want to travel Australia, one day I want to take the kids on a holiday.
Tomorrow never comes.
Yeah, so for us, we want to do it now. We want to save, we want to leave. We want to make the most of it while the kid's little, while we have our health, while we can, because anything can happen. So we want to make the most of now rather than wait.
We both talked about retraining as well. So it's kind of this perfect kind of opportunity to go, well, let's make this happen and take the same time to retrain. We're kind of making the best of big break and mushing it all together. It's just about, if you want it, go get it, go do it, make it happen. There's so many things that you can see, or you think about, that'll stop us, we've got the house, what if we do that?
You come up with a million reasons not to.
So If you want to do it,
Do it.
do it.
We can have a mortgage later.
Yeah, we can dig ourselves into debt later. We're young. We've got plenty of time to pay it off. Let's make the most of our kids and time to travel. It's with COVID and everything like that. You can't really get overseas much. So let's hook up a caravan and go. Yeah, we love vanning and touring and checking the joint out. So.